Good morning and welcome to Shave Up. Today we're going to be going over how to use the badger brush, this is the boar brush, and the bowl lathering and how to get started on working with this. It's going to be a two-part series, so today we're going to do the boar brush and the bowl lathering. Tomorrow, next time we're going to do the badger brush and face lathering. Alright, so what you want to do is you start off with the bowl. You soak your brush, whether it's badger or boar, for just a few minutes. I usually get it started while I'm showering. And then also what you have the option of doing, you don't have to do this, but I decided to do it today. But with the soap, you put a little bit of water in it, and that helps to loosen it up and get it ready. And when you pour it out, it feels really soapy. So what you can do is really nice to do is you put it on your face instead of dumping it down the drain like I did today. But you just put it right on your face, and then that will get a nice base for everything to get going. So what you're going to do is you soak it, and then there's three parts to the lather with the brushes. There's the load, then the build, and then apply. And so to load it, you just put the soap onto the brush, and so you just stick it in the soap and start swirling away, getting soap on there. And the bigger brushes need more soap than the smaller brushes, and so this one we're just going to load for a while. And especially when I've got the soap soaked and bloomed is what it's called, is you bloom the soap and you let it soak with the water for a few minutes. So when I do that, it's usually creates a lot of foam and lather pretty quickly here, but I want to put a lot of soap on it today. And so while we're doing this, just a couple quick notes with the boar brushes is they are generally a little bit stiffer and scratchier than the badger brushes, and I find that they use up the soap a little bit faster than the badger brushes because they are stiffer, and so they take up the soap a little bit faster. So after you have it loaded, you're going to build it by just putting it in a bowl, and you can use pretty much any bowl. This one I got at Target, I think it was. My wife got it for me for Christmas. It's a Star Wars bowl. I also have a porcelain bowl that I got with this brush, but today we're going to be using this one. And so what the build is you're trying to get the right balance between the soap, water, and the air that you're putting in it by mixing it. And so as you're mixing it, you may need to add more water. Let's add a little bit of water. I generally use 2 fingers and kind of just get a few drops, maybe about a half a teaspoon in at a time or so with each scoop. And then so you just add some water and you just keep mixing. And what I found is with the soap, when it's at the right mixture of the water and soap and everything, it's got the right mixture, it really starts to bring out the smell more. And oftentimes it'll kind of explode from not very much lather to just everything. And so just keep mixing. Looks like we're just about ready. And you just keep mixing and add more water if necessary, but I think today we're good with that. And so that's how you get the lather built. And the next step is to apply. Just check a little bit more here. And you're looking for it to be kind of like Cool Whip or whipped cream. And sometimes it'll have really nice peaks and stuff. But it looks really nice. Alright, so on to the next step. What you do is just apply it to your face. Alright, and the next step is to apply, like I said. So first off, you're just going to wet your face, and you can do that now or before you start building lather. But, oh yeah, when you soak the brush, you want to use warm water, and when you get your face wet, just use warm water I like it a little bit warmer, a little less than hot. But then you get your lather and you just start putting it on your face. And what this will do is it'll get it right next to your skin, get it around all the hairs and whiskers and everything. And get it real nice for you. Plus it feels really good. And smells good. And then, just kind of do circular motions. And then you can just go back and forth. Get a nice even coat at the end. Alright, and that's it for today. We'll see you in the next video. Remember, shave up and have fun.